three-man rush. Now, so many Giants around. Pass intended for Jackie Smith. And now, look at Ken Parker go. And we've been expecting it all day. It was just here, and you knew it. And there it is, folks. It's like an ugly boil. It was bound to go, and it has gone.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video, and welcome to the Gridiron. And before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone out there who's been watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. If you can give this video a thumbs up, or maybe leave a comment below, or possibly share this video, it would mean so much to me. But just anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to watch this video. Thank you. All right. Well, today, 1 o'clock. Uno, dos, game number tres. I think that's how you say that. For the Giants and for the Falcons. Both teams need a victory. Both teams are 0-2. Both teams are jonesing big time for a victory. The Falcons come in, had a little Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. They had the bad side to them. They just didn't decide to show up first game of the season. They played at home, in front of a crowd, against the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles, surprising, but I mean, they're not the greatest team of all time. For some reason, Falcons lost 32-6 at home. I mean, whew. Then we had last week, they were on the road, playing against the defending Super Bowl champions. And going into the fourth quarter, it was a while to go in the fourth quarter, but actually it was 28-25. They were 3 points behind Tampa Bay. All right, then the punter, I think, shanked the punt, left a short field for the Brady and Brady bunch, and so Tom Brady then hit Chris Godwin with a 12-yard touchdown pass. Then there was 2 pick sixes. 2 Mike Edwards pick sixes, 2. He had 2 of them in the same quarter, and then the game was on ice after that. It was 45-28. The Bucs beat the Falcons, but I mean, most of the game it was close. I mean, the Falcons made a game of it. So got to give them credit for that. They just self-destructed in the fourth quarter. Then of course, then we got the Giants. They're 0-2. We know they lost absolutely pathetic showing against the Denver Broncos, 27-13. Then they showed up and they played, and they lost to the Washington football team. I get you can say what you want, give Washington football team credit. They won. At the end of the game, they had more points than the Giants did. Just leave it at that. Okay. The great coach Bill Parcells said, "You are what your record says you are. If you're 0-2, it doesn't matter." If your team dropped 35 touchdown passes in the end zone, if Evan Ingram had 35 touchdowns right here and just dropped through us, we could have scored 1,700 points in a game, and we wound up losing. If our kicker missed 35 20-yard field goals during the game, and we wound up losing by a point, it doesn't matter. You are what your record says you are. We're 0-2. We haven't found a way to win yet. It is what it is, guys. Now, the injury report, the Falcons, they have 3 guys, who are out. All right, they got Russell Gage. He's out with ankle. The cornerback, A.J. Terrell, he got a concussion last week, and he hasn't been cleared yet. And then they got Frank Darby. He's another wide receiver. He's out. He's a rookie with a calf. Now the Giants got... they got a slightly longer laundry list here, but they only have Cam Brown, who is out for his hamstring. All right, suffered his hamstring first game of the season and hasn't come back since it. We got questionable. All right, we got defensive back Nate Ebner, who won't be playing defensive back, but he's on special teams. With a quad. Now the thing is that he's on special teams. Special teams, you got to run your rear end off to get down the field to cover. Okay. If your quad's hurting and you can't run, well, I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got Evan Ingram questionable with his calf. I mean, he's apparently had a good, decent week of practice and all and everything. So keep your fingers crossed, all right? Guys, just an accident waiting to happen. All right, then we got Kenny Golladay with his, now with the hip problem. He had between the first 2 games, he's had like 110 snaps, I think, and now he has a hip problem. Keep your fingers crossed there, okay? So, I mean, then, obviously, Saquon Barkley with his knee, and, we got other guys, Caden Smith, his knee, but apparently it looks like they're going to be playing, okay? I guess Kenny Golladay, Ebner, and Ingram, still possible toss-up where maybe they won't wind up playing. So we'll just have to wait and see. Now, they placed Cam Brown on the IR because they were just kind of hoping that maybe he can come back after a week or so or whatever, but it doesn't look like that. So now he's got to miss a minimum of 3 games. Okay? The Giants, they signed from the practice squad. They got CJ Board, okay? So, good for return kickoffs. It's just not so good when he run blocks downfield. Hopefully he doesn't get any holding calls, which costs us a touchdown. So we'll have to wait and see there. Then they also, from the practice squad, they got the offensive lineman Jonathan Harrison, the interior offensive lineman Jonathan Harrison. They got him up there, okay, as well, because between Gates and Lemieux, pretty much being gone for the season, we need all the warm bodies on the offensive line that we can get. So we got those 2 guys who came up, all right. Now with the Falcons, all right, A.J. Terrell, that was, I think he had like 74 tackles last year. He only had, I think, 1 interception, but he had like 7 pass breakup. So he's, I mean, we're not looking at an all-pro, Hall of Fame or nothing like that, but, he's a pretty decent football player, okay? And the way their defense played the first 2 weeks of the season, they can use all the help they can get. So A.J. Terrell being out, it's going to hurt him. Okay? It's going to hurt him. Now then, with Russell Gage, okay, he's only caught 5 passes so far this year in 2020. But last year he had 72 receptions, okay, for 786 yards and 4 touchdowns. Now, you figure, because they had Julio, who was hurt, though. They got Calvin Ridley, what I mean? So for him to get 72 receptions, that's pretty good, all right? So, now obviously Julio Jones isn't there anymore, then Russell Gage won't be there. So, that's going to, hopefully help the Giants defensive-wise anyway, okay? Now, they still got their big weapons. They still got, I can't wait to see Kyle Pitts out there. I hope he doesn't have too good of a day against us. But, but Calvin Ridley, okay, phenomenal route runner, and Kyle Pitts. I saw a little bit I didn't watch a whole heck of a lot of them last week when they were playing against Tampa Bay, but I was watching the first week when they were playing the Eagles because I was kind of hoping they'd kill the Eagles because I can't stand the Eagles. But I think he had 4 catches his first game. Last week he had 5. So he has 9 catches for the season, okay? Calvin Ridley leads the team. I think he has 12. Cordarrelle Patterson, I think he has 10 receptions. He's also, Cordarrelle Patterson, he's also in the backfield running balls too. So that guy can do everything. He return kicks, catch, run. I mean, there's nothing that guy can't do. He's a special ball player. Very special ball player. Matt Ryan, I mean, he's completing 69% of his passes. Okay? He's not throwing for a whole boatload of yards, but he only has 2 touchdown passes and he has 3 interceptions. All right, so he's not really lighting the world on fire, but when he's throwing the ball, he's completing 69%. Now so far in the first 2 games, I think their longest play of the whole season is 24 yards so far. So they're not as explosive. I mean, I think Kyle Pitts has that. So I mean, so far they haven't been very explosive. All right. Then you go to the Giants. Okay, they're somehow, I don't know how, But somehow, as of right now, after 2 games, right, PFF, the number 2 passing grade team in PFF is the Giants, somehow. I don't know. I mean, just after 2 games, and it's PFF. But PFF has the Giants passing game graded at an 85.4. It's number 2. Atlanta is graded, they're number 21. Their passing grade is a 62.7. So it's a little bit of a disparity there. I mean, somehow the Giants were at 85.5. But the weird thing is that both teams, their pass blocking grade, they're tied, okay? Their grade for pass blocking from PFF is a 46.6. Both Atlanta's pass blocking grade and the Giants' pass blocking grade is a 46.6. They're tied for 28th in the league, pass blocking grade. And somehow the Giants can't pass block, but their passing grade is an 85.4. So, I mean, Daniel Jones must be having somewhat of a special season. I mean, it's just 2 games. You know what I mean? It's like overreaction Monday. You know what I mean? It's just 2 games. Got a long season. I got 15 more games ahead of us, okay? But, I mean, so far, so far so good with the Giants. I mean, obviously, microcosm of the whole season, it's like they're both teams' offensive lines not doing very well, And a lot of teams, as your offensive line goes, so does your team. Now, it'll be interesting to see what the Giants are. They're going to, I guess, have Thomas, Bredesen, Price at center, Hernandez at right guard, and Solder at right tackle. And then maybe Matt Parrott's going to come in because I think he was taking some snaps at like a guard. I mean, not going to be center or nothing, but I mean, maybe they'll bring him in at maybe guard, try him out at guard, see how that works out. That wouldn't be bad. I mean, I just see because he didn't get snaps at all last week. So, I mean, you got a guy from the 3rd round who's supposed to be on your offensive line. I mean, I'd love to see the guy get in there, get some snaps, Then we go to the defense. Okay, not much to talk about here. Positive anyway. The defensive pass rush grade, okay, for the Falcons is a 57.5. They're number 32. Okay. Their pass rush is the worst PFF only after 2 games. Okay. But their pass rush grade is 57.5. They're the worst team pass rush grade wise in the NFL. Their pass coverage grade is a 49.7. Okay. They're number 27 in the whole league. Okay. So, and they're without A.J. Terrell. Okay. So, if we can't gain some yards on these guys and put up some points, wow. The defense has given up 8 touchdown passes. They have no interceptions. They've given up 52 rushes for 255 yards. They've given up 4.9 yards per carry. They're giving up like 5 yards every time the team runs the ball. So their defense isn't, all right, lighting the world on fire. So the Giants' offense should be able to move the ball and put up some points, okay, without question, okay. Then we go to the Giants' defense, okay. So not much to write home about this either. I mean, their 3rd down, percentage of getting the other team off the field is horrible. On 4th down, the other teams are 5 for 5 against us in the first 2 games. We just can't get off the field. We're giving up 75.6% pass completion in its first 2 games against Teddy Bridgewater and Taylor Heineke. I keep wanting to say Heineken all the time, the beer. Taylor Heineke. All right, 75.6% pass completion. We've given up 600 passing yards in the first 2 weeks. Averaging giving up 300 yards a game. Absolutely pathetic. We've given up over 400 yards of offense the first 2 games. Absolutely pathetic. I mean, last year the Washington football team was 7-9. Last year the Denver Broncos were 5-11. They're not offensive juggernauts, and we're giving up over 400 yards of offense. Absolutely pathetic. The Giants have given up 252 yards, okay, on the ground. All right, they're giving up basically like 5 yards a carry. I mean, granted, one of it was the 70-yarder that they gave up to the Broncos. Okay, so if you take that out, the average yards per carry comes way down. They've only given up, what would that be, 182 yards, okay, in 2 games, which would be, 91 yards a game. So that's a little more, yeah, you can accept that. But, I mean, it is what it is. They gave up the 70-yard touchdown run, and they've given up 252 yards on the ground in the first 2 games. So that's horrible. 126 yards a game on the ground. Absolutely horrible. Okay. Now, it's, the Giants, they got a tough stretch coming up, all right? After this game here, okay, they got to play at New Orleans. Now, the game may not be in New Orleans, okay? So we'll have to wait and see. Then they got to go on the road and play Dallas. Dallas is going to put up the points no matter what. Can we score enough points in Dallas to keep up with them? Because we haven't stopped anybody yet. We're certainly not going to stop the Cowboys, okay? Then we got to come home and play against the Rams, all right? They got good offense, got a good defense. Rams are 2-0, all right? Then we got to play the Panthers. Now, the Panthers are 3-0. It's a little misleading, okay, because they beat, they beat the Texans, they beat the Jets. I mean, they did beat the crap out of the Saints, though, okay? But, I mean, the Texans and the Jets are not juggernauts either. So, but, I mean, the Panthers are 3-0. All right, that would be, we're at home for that one, but still, ain't going to be easy. Then we got to play Kansas City on the road Monday night. Probably a loss there. Then we come home, play the Raiders, who are 2-0. Okay? Then we got to bye, and then we got to go play Tampa Bay. Okay? Tampa Bay is, defending Super Bowl champions, and we're playing in Tampa Bay. I mean, this next stretch coming up, okay, easily 4 or 5 losses I can see us with. Easily. It's going to depend upon their defense. A lot. All right. Now, and I know we got, on our defense, we got Blake Martinez, who was drafted in the 4th round. We got Darnay Holmes, who was drafted in the 4th round. We got Julian Love, who was drafted in the 4th round. We got Lorenzo Carter, who was drafted in the 3rd round. We got Logan Ryan, who was drafted in the 3rd round. Okay, I got that. All right. But, I mean, for us to give up the points and the yards that we're given up so far with Patrick Graham and his scheme and all that, totally unacceptable. We have Dexter Lawrence, 1st rounder on the defense, all right? We got Leo the Lion, Leonard Williams, 1st rounder on the defense. We got Austin Johnson, all right, defensive line. He was in the 2nd round. We got Danny Shelton, defensive line. He's in the 1st round, okay? Then we got Azeez Ojulari, 2nd round pick, all right? Then we got Reggie Ragland, 2nd round pick. Then we got Adoree Jackson, 1st round pick. Then we got James Bradbury, 2nd round pick. Then we got Xavier McKinney, 2nd round pick. Then we got Jabrill Peppers, 1st round pick. Then we got Josh Jackson, 2nd round pick. I mean, what do we need? We need talent? I mean, are you serious? I just raffled off 11 guys on our defense who were drafted in the 1st or the 2nd round. 11 guys, 1st or 2nd rounders. I mean, it's time to step up. It's time for Patrick Graham to step. He said it's on me. I got to do a better job. Yeah, you got to do a better job, and you got to get these guys to do a better job too. You got the talent there. I just rattled off 11 guys, 1st, 2nd round picks. Then plus the other guys are drafted in the 3rd, 4th round. The talent is there. We got a tough stretch ahead of us. The Saints can put up some points. The Cowboys can put up some points, right? The Rams can put up some points. The Chiefs can put up some points. The Buccaneers can put up some points. The Raiders can put up some points. I mean, where's this top 10 defense at? We're a bottom 10 defense. By bottom 5. We've been playing after the first 2 weeks. It's time for these guys to step up. 0-2. If you're 0-2, all right, I just want to read something here. 0-2, okay? The past 2 years, all right, there's been 20 teams the past 2 years start 0-2. Not one has made the playoffs. 2009, 2010, 2011, and 2012. Those 4 years in a row, 30 teams started 0-2. Not one of them made the playoffs. 0-2. What are the Giants? 0-2. I want to read this here. Since 2007, all right, 118 teams have gone 0-2. Only 12 teams have rallied to make the playoffs from 0-2. That's 106 who didn't make it and 12 who did. That's a 10%. Since 2007, 10%. One out of every team that starts 0-2 makes the playoffs. What are the Giants? 0-2. Then it gets worse. 0-3. History shows that only 6 out of 182 teams, 3%, to start 0-3 since 1980, have rallied to make the playoffs. And it's only been done once in the past 22 years, and only 4 times since the NFL went to a 12-team playoff format in 1990. It's only been done one time in the last 22 years. Somebody starts 0-3 and makes the playoffs. And there's only been one team, all right, who started 0-3 who's ever won a playoff game. Ever. Not much less go to the Super Bowl. Guys, Falcons are 0-2. The Giants are 0-2. Plain and simple. Whoever loses tomorrow, this season's over. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!